Good Thursday evening, South Carolina weather watching. I'm your meteorologist, Joseph Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going into your future. We have some stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. And for the most part, it's going to be about the normal forecast. But what are we going to talk about tonight before we go on and get into that? First off, if you have not hit the like button yet, go on and do so right now. 9 people have tuned in so far and only 6 likes. So if you're part of that group, go on and hit the like button. Also the subscribe button. We're at 633 subscribers, trying to get to that main goal of 767, away from that main goal of 700. And we are right now I believe only 17 away from that halfway goal of 650. So we're getting closer. We are getting closer. But let's go on and continue to go. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Obviously, we will talk about the weather for obviously what's currently going on. We're also going to talk about the weather for tonight. We'll talk about what's going to happen as we go into the short-term future, the long-term future, the weather going into tonight. And then maybe even as we go into around like Sunday night, it's going to be, we might have some bitter air mass try to come in, and we might have some wind chill values down into the teens, maybe even the single digits, but we'll get into that in just a second. Now, what is currently going on throughout the entire state of South Carolina right now? Well, right now, there is indeed no rainfall going on throughout the entire state of South Carolina. What about our look at the entire United States? Well, right now it looks like we do in fact have some rainfall and some snowfall going on. Snowfall going on over here inside of Illinois, going on inside of Indiana, Kentucky. Rainfall also going on over here in Tennessee and Missouri. We also do have some rainfall and some snowfall also going on over here inside of the Pacific Northwest, going on inside of the Montana area, going on in the Dakotas as well. But that's what's currently going on. What about our cloud cover? Cloud cover right now, honestly, we do have some cloud cover going on throughout the upstate. We also do have some cloud cover going on throughout the Midlands, going throughout the PD, going throughout the Grand Strand area. And that's what we're looking at just as we continue and go through for tonight. We look at that cloud cover for the future. You go in and push that forward. You can see that cloud cover will continue to move its way over towards the east, but not really cover too much. Even as we go into the 24-hour time frame into tomorrow night, cloud cover for the most part going to be relatively on the more not so cloudy side. We continue all the way to the 48-hour mark. Here we are right here, around 48 hours out into this Saturday night. And it looks clear again as well. And so, with this cloud cover not really being too heavy, especially as we move a bit later into the night, that could set up some radiational cooling under the clear skies, calm winds, lows upper 20s, mid 30s. We'll talk about those low temperatures in just a second. But what about currently? Currently, right now, 39 in Somerville, as well as 44 in Charleston, 45 in Beaufort, even 40 in Orangeburg, 41 in Columbia, and 40 in Sumter, 40 Conway, and 45 in Myrtle Beach, 44 in Murray's Inlet, and even around 47 down there near Hilton Head Island. What about up here inside of the upstate? 39 Greenville, as well as 39 in Spartanburg, 42 in Clemson, and 41 in Lawrence, 39 in York and Rock Hill, 40 in Lancaster, 40 in Lugoff, even around 38 over there near Florence. We also do have around 40 up there near Gaffney, and 39 near Union. Low temperatures for tonight, 30. Greenville, 30 inside of Spartanburg, and even around 30 in Rock Hill. 31 Winsboro, and even 32 in Columbia. 32 in Orangeburg, and even 31 in Bournwell. 30 Walterboro, and 38 in Charleston. 41 inside of Hilton Head Island. 34 in Georgetown, and 37 in Myrtle Beach. 29 in Dillon, and 30 Sherrod. 31 in Florence. For your high temperatures for tomorrow, High temperatures 55 in Greenville, 55 in Spartanburg, even 54 in Rock Hill, 59 Columbia, and 58 in Sumter, 56 in Florence, and 57 in Kingstree, 59 Moncks Corner in Charleston, and 61 in Walterboro, 61 in Barnwell, and 59 inside of Aiken, 61 in Hilton Head Island, and 57 in Myrtle Beach, 58 Georgetown, and for the most part, you're just seeing mid-50s going on inside the low 60s for tomorrow. Rainfall for today, it is indeed going to be nice and dry as we go throughout tonight and go into tomorrow night. Just going to stay nice and dry. We go on into the crazy score for tonight. We're at a 9, so we are very low. Why? Clear skies for the most part, mostly clear skies. And there will be some excellent radiation and cooling going on. Lows will drop to the upper 20s, mid 30s inland. Some typical cold spots, mid 20s. Then as you go, then pretty much dry everywhere. Frost is likely inland, light freeze away from the immediate coast, so it will be freezing, obviously, especially up there in the upstate where we saw 30s and 29s. SPC outlook for tonight, no thunderstorms are expected tonight. That's pretty obvious. Tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, nice. No thunderstorms are expected. Excessive rainfall, same thing. Nothing is expected here either. Now, in terms of the models, what about the models? We're going to look right here at the short term first. We're going to go to the short term first, and we'll go on and we'll look at our long-term future. So we're going to start off here at 9 o'clock p.m. You go on and push this forward. You can see as we go on and continue this, this is tomorrow morning. You can see rainfall staying away from us. We go all the way into around 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 a.m. Again on the 13th of December, we stay dry all the way into the morning of Saturday, afternoon, evening of Saturday. Just looks nice, and it looks like there's not going to be any rainfall for the next 48 hours. Now, what about the long term? Because obviously that's a bit of a different story. We start back here. You continue to push this forward, and you start to see some rainfall start to go throughout the state, maybe through the 14th, early in the morning potentially, maybe into the afternoon a little bit, and it looks like that a little cold front might be trying to move through right here on the 14th. Now, this cold front right here is going to be significant. Why? Well, this cold front right here, it will bring those cooler than average temperatures, and you might be like, okay, well, cooler than average, that's what we're expecting with any sort of cold front. You will see those cooler than average temperatures as you go into a cold front. That's pretty obvious. But one thing that you also do want to take a look at is also, if you go on and continue this way forward, all of this cool air that comes down, and you go on and look at the actual temperatures themselves, temperatures will be down in the 20s, down inside of even the teens as well for a lot of us. And so what this right here shows is that even if there's some wind with it, which there will be, it's a cold front, that will bring those wind chill values down. And so right here, you go on and look at the wind chill values right here for, I might have to go to apparent, which I think I actually already have it. I'm actually just going to put inside the minimum temperatures real quick. But if you go on and look at this, this is for the next 3 days. This is not low temperatures. This is the wind chill values. Wind chill values here. This is for the next 3 days. This goes all the way from tonight all the way into Monday morning. So Sunday night, for the most part, you're going to have wind chill values down to 9 degrees, 10 degrees, 12 degrees, 16. And even near the coastal area, Myrtle Beach, 10 degrees. Georgetown, 10 degrees. Charleston, 11 degrees. Hilton Head Island, 16 degrees. And you're really going to have it all the way up until around 25 at the max. The lowest, probably maybe even trying to get down, obviously, into the single digits. Now, we will continue to see, what happens here. But it looks like Sunday night going into that Monday morning doesn't look too great right now. Does not look too great right now. So again, Sunday night, Monday morning, that's just what it looks like. But that's all that I really had to say there. Just make sure that you're aware for that. We'll get more into that as, we go more into the future. But back over here to the models. Again, we're going to go past that for just a second. We go on and continue to push this forward. We stay dry for a good amount of time, all the way throughout the 20th. Nice and dry still. Even as you go into the 21st here, you have some rainfall that's moving its way over into the east, inside of South Carolina, and that will bring probably another cold front, most likely. Bring us some more cold, dry air, and we remain dry for a good little bit. So I'm not really seeing too much in terms of this heavy rainfall activity. I mean, I'm not really seeing anything in terms of a storm system. Maybe right here on the 21st, maybe, but, 240 hours out, things are guaranteed going to change. But like I said, we go back into those dew points to look at those cold fronts. We have one moving through right here on the 14th. We have another one moving over here on the 21st, the 22nd. We have another one that might try to move its way through, but, we'll see what happens there. But that cold front before Christmas still seems to be set in stone around the 22nd. One thing also, when you look at, if you look at today's and then you go in and look at yesterday's, you can see the difference. The cold front was still all the way in the back. But if you look at the one for today, it's already there at that time frame. So, huge jump. And so that's why when these models get 200 to 300 hours out, you just got to take them with a grain of salt, because they are going to change over and over and over again. But it looks like, for the most part, that we will continue to just have these cold fronts over and over after each other. And we're just going to have to continue to wait. And so that's it really in terms of the long-term future. Again, just one more run if you want to see it. Obviously freezing temperatures coming back. We know that. And let's go on right now and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Starting off, Mr. Chris was here first tonight. While I go in and read that, we're going to be putting the poll inside the chat for the drought monitor as well. Mr. Chris says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. My Aunt Lula says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you as well. I pray that you all had a wonderful day. Well, thank you so much for that. I did. This is not the right thing. This is the right thing right here. Let me see what else. Mr. Chris says, hope everyone had a great day. Please remember to go and hit the like button and the subscribe button. Also share with everyone that you know. It's free. He's absolutely correct. Right now, we have around a good 13 people that have tuned in and only 8 likes so far. If you are a part of that 5 that have not hit the like button yet, go in and do so. It's free. You can change your mind at any time. Ms. Tolliver says, good evening. Cool sunny day at my house. I wasn't sure if Mr. Sunshine was ever going to return. The pond looks good for now. I'm sure we are all still in a drought. Hope you are prepared for finals. Well, in terms of finals, not much. I already did one today. We'll see what happens with that. But then after that, the other exam, it's an assignment. And then the other one after that, it's piano. So, I mean, I've been playing piano for years now. I should be good for that. I mean, my workload this semester is actually not even that bad. Not that bad at all. So, not really too much else. Let me see what else. My Aunt Lila says today in Georgetown it was beautiful. It was not too cold at all. Well, glad to hear that. I mean, it was kind of cold at where I was today, even with the kind of like thick quarter zip jacket that I had on today. When the wind gust got up a little bit, I could definitely could still feel that cold air. Let's see. Mr. Chris says, same here. Monk's Corner was nice. I fixed my truck today. Well, that's great to hear. Great to hear there. My Nana says, hello, Jay. A fairly nice chilly day. There was some sunshine. Well, that's good to hear. Hello to you. Mr. Anthony says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. And then Thad says, good evening, Joseph and weather friends. It was a beautiful day here inside of San Antonio. Again, great to hear about that. We'll talk about San Antonio, but we'll talk about that. Let's see. My Aunt Lula says, we had such a great day today, sunny and nice. And then Mr. Chris says, currently here in Monk's Corner, it's 36 degrees. Well, good to hear. There, as we know, that forecast for 36, that's not too far off. I'm so glad to hear that. And then my cousin Cheryl says, good evening, weatherman. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is staying warm. It's cold in Philly. We are so proud of you and all that you do. Be blessed. Well, thank you so much for that. Charles says, greetings, everyone. I'm cold. Very unfortunate, I know. Very, very unfortunate. We'll warm back up. We are going to warm back up. And then Mr. Michael says, we're getting cold in Beaufort tonight. Stay warm, y'all. Well, thank you so much for that. And it is getting cold. It is getting cold out there. And that's all that I have here inside the chat for tonight. So, we're going to do the drought monitor. But let me go on and put the poll options inside the chat right now. So we're going to go on. We're going to do drought predictions. If you have no idea what the drought prediction is, it pretty much is a game that we play every Thursday. We have to see who's going to get the prediction correct. I haven't seen it yet. Have not seen it yet. But you get to choose pretty much what you think has happened. What you think has happened with the drought. And so we're going to go on and put the options inside the chat right now. So the drought predictions. Option number 1, drought has expanded. Option number 2, the drought has stayed the same / shrunk. Option number 3, drought is gone, but it is abnormally dry. So abnormally dry. And then option number 4 is the drought, and AD for abnormally dry is gone. And so there goes the poll inside the chat right now. Go in and vote inside of that. But before we get into the drought, let's go on and talk about the full locations outside of South Carolina. You might be asking, full location, what are you talking about? I'm talking about San Antonio, Texas, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as well as Duncan, Oklahoma. The reason why we talk about these areas is because we have people from these areas who tune in almost nightly. And so we will go on and talk about their area. So start off with San Antonio first, always. You have low temperatures tonight at 51, high temperatures tomorrow at 72, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 60. No precipitation is expected, but patchy fog is definitely going to be an issue as you go into tomorrow morning. So make sure that you're watching out for that. Now, in terms of that severe weather and that excessive rainfall, it looks like for the most part for San Antonio, there's nothing really here to really be talked about in terms of that severe weather. Excessive rainfall, if I go in and look at this, no excessive rainfall is expected for you either. So you're good, just some patchy fog tomorrow morning. And then just in terms of anything else that happens in the future, for right now, it just looks like that. I mean, it looks like it might get a little bit cooler. For sure, you'll have temperatures back down in the 50s next week. And then for Raleigh, North Carolina, you have low temperatures tonight at 26, high temperatures tomorrow at 36, and low temperatures tomorrow night at 24. No precipitation is expected at this time. And, it's actually kind of interesting because on their forecast, they say no chance of rain or no chance of anything. But instead of saying sunny or anything like that, it just has chance of flurries. So actually, I need to have that there. So chance of flurries actually tomorrow during the day. But after that, like the morning. But after that, that's about all. There will be also a chance of rain / snow going into Saturday night and Sunday as well. Severe weather, excessive rainfall for you does not seem to really be a factor here as well. Then for Philadelphia, you have low temperatures tonight at 29, high temperatures tomorrow at 47, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 31. No precipitation at all, but snowfall definitely will occur Saturday night going into Sunday, so make sure that you're watching out for that. Other than that, like I said, severe weather, not a concern. Excessive rainfall as well, just not a concern either. And then finally, the final area that we talk about being Duncan, Oklahoma. Low temperatures tonight at 41, high temperatures tomorrow at 62, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 33. No precipitation is expected at this time. Severe weather, excessive rainfall, non-existent. What's happening throughout the entire U.S.? The atmospheric river over the Pacific Northwest will begin to subside today, but lingering rainfall will exacerbate ongoing catastrophic major river flooding, and landslides will continue across portions of western Washington and northwestern Oregon for several days. Arctic air will plummet south into the northern plains today, bringing cold air into the single digits to the region by Friday. So a lot of stuff. Snowfall will be making its way down all the way inside of South Dakota, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, over in the Northeast. We'll have some freezing temperatures going on in southern Georgia and northern Florida. And then we will have some dense fog going on in southern Texas near like Victoria, Rockport, Corpus Christi, and some of these other areas. And that's about all here. So let's go on and check out the drought monitor. So right now, if I go on and look at the audience right now, we're just going to go to here real quick as a little buffer screen. But if we go over here, so far, 83% says that the drought has stayed the same or shrunk, and 17% says that the drought has expanded. So we're going to go on and look at that. Nobody said that the drought is gone. I agree with that. And the drought in the abnormally dry is gone. I agree with that. I do not agree with that as well. So I agree that there should not really be any votes for that, as there definitely will potentially still be a drought, and abnormally dry definitely still there. So I'm gonna go and make my prediction right now. If I go on and look at the observed precipitation, you can see right here. You can see right here that we do in fact have a good amount of rainfall. I know the last time we had a drought, we had it up here, near like the upstate, and you had a little one over here inside of the western low country. And a lot of rainfall has fallen in that region over the past week. The last time that we had a drought monitor update. So I do believe, I'm gonna have to go with the majority here. I think that the drought has stayed the same / shrunk. So we're gonna go on, and I'm gonna go on and lock that in real quick. So I'm gonna go on and get a drum roll real quick as well, and I'm gonna go on and get the last one pulled up, so I can go on and get that, and then we will go on and reveal the answer. We'll go on and reveal the answer. That is right there. I can definitely see it took a tick towards the north and west a little bit. Definitely can see that it took a tick to the north and west a little bit. If I go back to the last one was, that was 7 days ago. So around on the, I believe it was on like the 4th-ish or so. If I can go on and check that out right now. But, I mean, just from my naked eye right now, what I can see, it looks like that this right here stayed around the same, maybe shrunk a little bit. So just for preliminary, I'm going to say that this definitely would be a win for the majority, for the people who said that this would be either the same size or shrunk. So that's what it looks like right about now. I'm even looking at the old one right now. It actually almost looks the exact same. Because this one was on December the 11th. This one right here was on the 4th. This is the comparison between the two. This is last week's. This was last week's. And then this one right here is this week's. So, I think it's around the same right now. I don't really see too much that has really changed. The areas that are definitely still have the drought concerns, though, being like Barnwell County, Bamberg, going on in Hampton, Allendale, Beaufort, going on in Jasper, Western Colleton as well. Up here in Lancaster and Chesterfield, all still have drought concerns, but other areas that are not quite inside of a drought yet, maybe northern Greenville, northern Spartanburg, Cherokee, York, Fairfield, going on in Richland, Lexington, Kershaw, Marlboro, Dillon counties, all are counties that are inside the D0, but not under a drought. And that's about all that I have in terms of the drought. So again, congratulations to the majority of people that got it correct. And so now that that is out of the way, that is about all that I have really for tonight. Top fans of the night tonight. I believe Mr. Chris at number 1, My Outlaw was at number 2, and then Trail was at number 3. Honestly, I think that's been like the same role for like the past 3 or 4 days now, or something like that. So congratulations to the 3 of them again for winning the top fan of the night tonight. If you want to be a part of the top fans, you can. You just have to be here early, and you have to be here, and well, obviously be a subscriber, and also be active inside the chat. And so that is all really that I have here in terms of the forecast. So make sure if you have not hit the like button yet, go on and do so. Also make sure that if you have not hit the subscribe button yet and you are new, go on and do so. It's free. You can change your mind at any time and it's free. That's about all you need. Share it with all the people that you know, friends, family members, acquaintances, people you don't like. You can even share it to somebody that works at the grocery store. It doesn't matter. Just go on and share it to them. I will be back tomorrow morning for your Friday morning forecast update. I will not be here tomorrow night, I believe so. Tomorrow night for Friday night. So I will not be here then. So the next evening will be Saturday evening. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. And only one more day left to go. Hit those 2 buttons if you're new.